How's it going, guys? My name is Doe. Hope we're doing great, and today I'm discussing the new weapons, cell, and armor from a behemoth called Agaris, Agaris, Angus Beef, and or Groot. All those names work just fine. I know exactly what you're talking about if you say that kind of stuff, most likely. But let's go ahead and get into it. And first things first, I'll be covering the fashion aspect of the armor because, as always, that is the most important thing to look at when you're talking about armor. Okay? Damage, DPS, survivability, all that comes second to fashion. So fashion-wise, the armor's pretty cool, all right? Like the base armor you get from crafting it, the normal kind of stuff, it looks pretty sick. You're like a mushroom slash tree. You're a shroom. That's what you are. And it looks pretty cool. Now, once you get the ultra armor, that's when you start to add the little glow effect that really makes my, my very smooth brain start to kick on a little bit, all right? Get a little excited because glowy stuff, freaking sick. And the way it glows is kind of cool. It just has this light, and it keeps moving. It's like a lava lamp kind of thing. Kinda. But it looks cool. It looks pretty sick. I like it a lot. You got crystals on it too. So it looks cool. It's very unique, and it's nice. I like it a lot. It's all, preference in that kind of sense. But to unlock the ultra armor, it's the same way you do every other ultra armor. That's by getting level 25 in the Terra Escalation. That's the escalation. Now, to discuss the other aspect of the armor, which is going to be the viability of it, if it's good or not, about that. So, it's unique. We'll go with that. It's unique. So, armor-wise, you have your headpiece called the Agaric Canopy. This gives you a +3 parasitic cell. Now, parasitic at +3, when you take damage, 20% of it is delayed and instead dealt over 10 seconds while you take delayed damage. Gain 5% lifesteal. Does not apply to damage under 10% of your maximum HP. And as you level it up, the only difference that happens here is the damage you take, more of it is delayed. So at +6, 35% is delayed instead of 20%. So more is delayed, giving you more time to heal it up. And, you don't take as much damage instantly. This is unique, and at +3, it will have uses in builds that if you use like +3 Iceborne, it's not very useful, as this would be because you get lifesteal for using Parasitic no matter what. So it's actually better than I thought it would be, and it will have uses in certain situations. It just kind of depends. So Parasitic is not a bad sell. Now, the chest piece also has Parasitic, and it has a utility slot. This is probably going to be the most used piece out of the whole set, in my opinion, just because it has a utility slot. There are some really great utility cells right now, like Catalyst, Conduit, maybe Zeal, and Aetheric Attunement, things like that. Mostly Catalyst and maybe Conduit. So it'll have some uses, IMO, mayhaps. And then you have the gloves, Agaric branches. These have sturdy and a defense slot. There may be a use somewhere in the universe for this, but I just don't quite see it. So, yeah, I don't really see myself using that ever. The boots are +3 fortress and a defense slot. Again, I do not see myself using that ever. Now, I'm probably going to craft it all up just because I want to have it. I'm a completionist. But if I was you and you wanted to make anything from the set, of the armor at least, I would make the chest piece. Now, to discuss the weapons, which I didn't even show y'all what they all look like. I only showed the axe, mostly because I'm very biased. I love the Koshai axe because one-shot builds make me very happy. But the weapons are freaking dope. Aside from the fact that now we can bond all of our Terra weapons and get prismatic slots and have all that fun stuff, you have a legendary ability that is the most unique, the most interesting, and just downright amazing. In my opinion, of course. But, it's pretty accurate most of the time, if you ask me. But the legendary ability is you press whatever button you press to activate it. I don't freaking know consoles. To revive all Slayers in a large radius, granting them healing over time and immunity to stagger. Usable while downed. And this also refreshes on killing a behemoth. So it doesn't say that mostly because it'd be too long, but that does happen. So it's a great option in Escalation if you're playing with new friends, if you're just trying to mess around, and if you're using a Skarn build or a Koshai build. So Koshai one-shot builds or a Skarn build for tenacious shield crit damage and whatnot. This is an option. And now you'll have the ability to revive people, and it's pretty sick. Like, I don't really have anyone to play with on the test realm, so I'm only reviving myself. But just imagine that radius reviving everyone around me, and it's just sick. There are some cool things I imagine that can happen in trials. You're all using echoes. One person rocks a legendary terror weapon. They revive all the echo players. They're back to life. They're popping off. You know, Bob Durante, you're going ham. So the weapons are dope. The style of the weapons, they're all right. You know, I'm not gonna knock them because they are they're chilling. They're not exactly my style per se, but they are unique in that little way. So the Lego ability is freaking dope, and because this is a Terra legendary, you can bond with any Terra weapon. In this case, you have Karabak, Skarn, and Koshai. The funny thing is, Terra weapons have become this thing that is very unique, and they have, in most cases, very niche uses, but they're usually pretty cool ones. Koshai, one-shot builds. Skarnax, 100% crit builds. Karabak, crazy spinny blade builds of death. It's pretty cool. And you also have prismatic cell slots. You can pick whatever cell you want. It doesn't matter. You know, prismatic. Do whatever you want. Pretty cool stuff. But yeah, that's mostly going to be the gear, the weapons, and the cell. Overall, I think this is a improvement from last time. And last time was good. So it's good when you can improve on something that was already great, right? Like last time we had some great stuff going on. Like the thorax armor looked cool. The thorax weapons were great because they're umbral, so having an umbral legendary made it strong. But this time around, we're not getting, you know, much more power. We're just getting more unique stuff. And I think that's the way Dauntless should go. We should be going towards the path of maybe not more power, but more unique ways to play the game and more interesting ways to go about playing the game. And that's what this patch has done for me, at least. Like once you guys see the Angus beef fight, whew, it's gonna be a banger. You already know, chat. It's gonna be freaking sick. That fight is honestly the first fight that gives us a glimpse of what a dungeon/raid could be in Dauntless. Not saying we'll ever get dungeons and raids, but what something like that would seem or feel like. So I'm excited. I'm hopeful, and I'm blown away by the work of the devs. They did a great job. Everything is freaking dope. Escalation feels great, and they did some cool changes to make it more unique. There's still some things they can improve on, but I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and give them praise in this video. I might save the criticism for later because there's not a whole lot of things, just a couple. Anyway, guys, that's the video. Hopefully you liked it. If you did, make sure to drop a like, comment down below, and subscribe for more gaming content, not just Dauntless. I do other games too. All right, check it out. And if you guys want to, make sure to use credit code OhDough in the Epic Games Store. It helps me out a freaking ton. I get a small kickback when you spend with no extra charge to you. And also check out my stream at twitch.tv/OhDough. Thank y'all for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.